Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we are discussing a gentle giant, the historically inspired and monstrously proportioned Audemars Piguet Tradition Perpetual calendar in full platinum. You can see this extraordinary pocket watch powered Audemars Piguet Platinum Perpetual calendar and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see this and our entire collection of Audemars Piguet watches for sale. Remember, you can also click on that card to see additional photographs, accessories included, and full pricing for this and all of our AP inventory. Now on my wrist, the watch is beyond striking. This timepiece, released in 2008 as part of the Tradition collection, combines a vintage pocket watch caliber, ultra thin, with an Audemars Piguet Perpetual calendar module in a full platinum case that is incredibly only 8.6 millimeters thick. Now across the broad of the case, from what would be 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not inclusive of the crown, the watch spans a beastly 47 millimeters. But I have to say, the watch is about the size of a Panerai Luminor 1950 with a 47mm case, but with the lug-to-lug span of a 44mm traditional Panerai Luminor. That's right, from lug to lug, the watch is 53mm across my wrist, and again, less than 9mm thick and generously sloped. This watch will easily slide underneath a dress cuff. Unlikely, but true. It also nicely distributes its weight by dint of a perfectly flat and broad caseback that spreads its mass nicely without hot spots or pressure points. Now, because there is absolutely no constraint in the movement of the strap, you can pull it straight down around the tight curve of a smaller wrist, and in my estimation, you can wear this watch on a wrist as small as 14.5 to 15 centimeters in circumference. I'll even note that because you can see from the profile that the watch is drilled somewhat inboard of the outermost extremity of the lugs, it wears even narrower than 53 millimeters lug to lug. The strap is appropriately monstrous, massive, thick, bolstered down the center. It's a medium brown, rectangular scale alligator leather with a monotone stitch and folded edges. It is not lacking for substance, definition, color, or quality. And I'm happy to say that AP, maintaining the integrity of the watch, fits this full platinum timepiece with a full platinum deployant clasp that nicely secures it on the wrist against droppage while donning or removing at bedside. Also provides a keel underneath to counterweight the watch if you prefer to wear your watches loose. This one's not going to move around much because it's got that heavy clasp, almost like a bracelet below, to keep it stable and counterbalanced. Now the case, inspired by a 1923 reference, is surprisingly nuanced, both in its double finish. You can see the vertical satin finish here, you can see the linear grain satin finish of the bezel, but you can also see the facets, the steps, and the fluting of the case, the character lines, the junction of lugs with case bands, as well as the visual separation of mid-case, caseback, and bezel. It has strong, sharp creases, almost like beautifully tailored men's clothing, and I'll take it one step farther. The dial of the watch is both immensely complicated and sensationally legible. That's what size gives you. Now you can see the cushion profile of the case is recapitulated in the form of the sapphire crystal, as well as the dial. The dial is a beautiful vertical satin silver grain with countersunk sub-registers for the quantième bissextile, which is your leap year indicator, your 4-year cycle subdial, your day of the week, your date, and then there is a moon phase, a beautiful, rich moon phase at 6 o'clock. The watch, although primarily silver and gray colored, is not lacking for color in total because of the beautiful hand-applied rose gold Breguet style Arabic numerals, immense hand-finished and handcrafted rose gold cathedral hands, as well as beautiful touches of blue within the sub-registers, and the moon phase with its gold and cobalt blue at 6 o'clock. A wonderful execution. It's second only to the caseback, where you're going to find a caliber known as Audemars Piguet caliber 5020 with a 2819 Audemars Piguet Perpetual calendar module. This movement is based on a vintage Frédéric Piguet 151 pocket watch caliber. The caliber itself is only 1.9 millimeters thick without the module, which helps to explain how such a complex and massive watch can be so slim in profile. Now, I will note that other noted users of this ébauche in the past have included Rolex, which during its pocket watch era actually remanufactured the Piguet 151 for its own purposes in Rolex branded pocket watches. Now here it's executed to the highest standards, not of Geneva like Rolex, but of Audemars Piguet's Valet de Jeu. You can see beautiful linear coat across the bridges, perfectly aligned, large but evenly laid out engine-turned perlage across the base plate. You can see the gleam on the edge of each bridge, and with this much bridge surface area to work, you can imagine the quality of the anglage when viewed not even with a loupe, but simply in person with the naked eye. It is stunning. Every screw head is immaculately black polished, and you can see them turning black as you move them through every aspect of reflection, with a chamfered slot down the center. This is fine finishing on a nightmare scale, and the caliber itself, just the movement, is approximately 36 millimeters across, the very size of a Rolex Datejust in traditional proportions. Beautifully executed, beating away at a lazy 21,600 vibrations per hour. It drives the Perpetual calendar module with 42 hours of autonomy between winding. Water resistance? No, not really any. This one's going to stay high and dry, but then again, you've got your offshores when the time comes to play rough. For all other occasions, formal and informal, this would be a most apropos, if unconventional, companion. See it and own it on our website.